Easter is just around the corner, and that means Easter candy, Easter baskets, and yes, Easter eggs, including the marshmallow chocolate ones that I eat. But Mary Potter Green came in today.
That's right, and she came in from the Curiosity Zone to show us a few of her wacky experiments that will be sure to entertain and educate this holiday. Good to have you here again.
Great to be back.
I'm so excited about your appearance here today because, as we were just saying, I used to do this experiment with my own kids, and everybody finds it fascinating.
It is a classic science experiment that we're going to do, and I just hope that it works, because one of the things I've discovered about this and other science experiments is that trying to do it based on the information that you get on the internet is very challenging because there's so many variables. And so I was telling you just a few minutes ago that in my kitchen last night, I thought, okay, I have all the right things and it'll work just perfectly. And it took me 5 or 6 tries to get it to work right.
So we're going to be lucky if this works.
This is heartening because you're a science geek, and I barely, I mean, the basketball players at Duke did better in science class than I did. So if I can pull this off in front of my kids, they're going to be amazed.
Well, this is the whole thing about Curiosity Zone, is that we believe everybody is a scientist, and that the more mistakes you make, the smarter you get, because you go, oh, and the whole thing about being a scientist is just wondering why.
Okay.
So the more mistakes you make, the more you can wonder
That's
why.
my
Can we save that experiment for last?
Yes.
The grand finale?
Yes, that is
so
going to be the grand finale, just in case it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm not buying the whole premise of this, though, because our producer, Allison Kenworthy, says the premise is that eggs are the strongest of all something.
All right, well, let's start.
I smash all my eggs.
Let's start with that one then, because I think eggs are absolutely fascinating, and I have put them in the bags just in case I'm wrong about my hypothesis, because we don't want it to swirl over your nice.
I did. I broke 4
nice
eggs 2 days ago. So.
All right, here's the thing.
These are. You know how you can tell the difference between a hard-boiled egg and a soft-boiled egg without opening
Yeah,
it?
by cracking
No,
it.
do you know?
No.
No, you put it on the table here.
That's so cool that you know this.
Yeah, and if you spin it like this is not a hard-boiled egg.
Right.
What would it do if it were?
If it was, it would spin very fast and eventually come up on its end like that.
And do you know why?
Well, centrifugal force, but I don't know why.
It has to do with there's a liquid inside, and so the center of gravity is moving around like this. Woo!
But then how does it end up
And
on
it's
its
very
bottom?
inefficient.
Is that from the yolk?
I'm not sure why. I didn't know that it ended up on it. The soft-boiled ends
We're
up
going to test
standing
that
up.
one after the
That's
show.
That's a cool one.
We're in the white lab.
You teach the whole time.
I'm not buying that
But
one.
no, that's true. If you boil your eggs and you can't remember which ones are raw and which one are hard-boiled, just spin them. And the ones that are hard-boiled will spin a lot more efficiently.
Okay, my husband's going to be glad to know that because he's made that mistake with my eggs.
All right, well, this is first just a test. Don't do anything yet. This is a test of strength. Now, what you need to do is hold it in your hand,
right in your palm,
like this.
Okay.
And squeeze evenly. Don't apply uneven pressure, and squeeze and see if you can break it.
Okay.
See if you guys can break it.
I'll let you two go first.
Squeeze as hard as you can.
Why? Because you're afraid we're stronger than you?
Being the manly
Come on, man.
that I
All right, Kelway. Get your egg.
I can't break
You
mine.
can't
Can you
do
break
it?
yours?
All right, here goes.
All right.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh, she cheated.
You cheated. All right, I'm going
Here's
to squeeze
the
as
thing
hard as
about
I can.
eggs.
Ready?
When you apply pressure evenly, like a bird would when it's sitting on it, right?
Can't do it. That's
the
as
eggs
hard
are
as I can
unbreakable.
squeeze. That's amazing.
They're unbreakable. It's one of
I
the
didn't
strongest
believe this.
forms known to man is this arch or this curve, right? And that's an egg. However, if you apply uneven pressure, like with just one finger,
Or like I just
Right.
you can just pop it
Oh, wow.
right in two.
Okay, Kenworthy, I take it back. You were right.
So that's why when you bang it on the side of a table, it cracks in two, no problem, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But if you apply even pressure, you can't break it.
That's just remarkable.
It's just one of the cool things in nature. Built to last.
Okay,
All right.
that's what I'm going to let my kids do.
Can't do it. I'm squeezing as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, which people don't believe you, right? And that's why we put them in a bag just in case. But also, sometimes your ring will apply the uneven force necessary and smash it in two, and then you think
That's
you're
a good one.
superhuman, but not. Okay. Here's the next thing. We've talked a lot in the last couple shows about acids and bases. This is a cool thing about eggs. Do you guys know why?
Oh, that's a cracked one.
Do you guys know why we stick dye tablets in vinegar before we dye our eggs?
Doesn't it make it last for some reason?
Yes. Do you know why?
Well, there's got to be some acidic quality to the vinegar, but I don't know
Right.
why that would cause it.
So an egg is made up 95% of a basic material. It's a base, okay? Vinegar is an acid. So vinegar very quickly starts to erode the egg, right?
So it etches.
Right, which allows the egg to take more of the dyes. And this is actually really cool. We did this last night at our house, too.
And this is a good reminder because every year at Easter, I get out the Easter egg dye and have forgotten to buy the vinegar.
When you pour the vinegar on the egg, you'll see that it almost immediately starts to bubble and fizz a little. And we're just going to sit here and let this go for the rest of the segment because it will have an acid-base reaction. And see the bubbles already forming on
See
it?
if the camera can see.
It's almost like you're making like soda pop, or that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
to
you
you.
get a tight shot of that on number 2.
And what it'll do is eventually erode the egg completely, which is really cool because whether you've hard-boiled the egg or left it raw, the eggshell will eventually disappear. So we're letting ours go at home, and it's about halfway gone already. This morning it was slimy, and you could kind of peel it back.
Interesting.
About a day and a half.
Huh.
Cool, right? So that's
So
your acid.
don't feed your chickens vinegar.
No,
Then.
no. And what's really fun too is that
That's a good one, Doug.
as the bubbles start to pop, the egg will start to roll and move and do all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, let's try to see if we can make an egg go in a bottle. Now,
Okay, McElway says he's pulled this one off at home.
this involves fire, so of course.
You want me to give this a try? Can I try it myself?
Yes, adult
Okay.
supervision required. What
All
I've
right.
done is try to help a little bit by putting some Crisco or some shortening
Okay.
on the mouth of the bottle to make it a little bit more slippery.
Oh, great. Grease and
But,
fire. I can't wait to see how this segment goes.
Well, yeah, let's hope they don't
Okay.
mix. But
Now, this is to demonstrate what happens in a vacuum.
exactly,
That
exactly.
nature abhors a vacuum.
It does indeed. So what happens is,
He's such
first
a
of all,
science geek.
first
I
of all,
didn't know.
ingredients. You need a bottle with a fairly wide mouth. You want the mouth to be slightly smaller than the size of your egg. These are things that I was doing last night in my kitchen. I was dumping out everything in my kitchen, trying to find the right size bottle.
Okay.
Um,
now how? Right.
Okay.
So the way you create a vacuum is with an absence of oxygen.
Yes.
And fire burns oxygen.
Well, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
Oh, okay. Finish it.
Okay. So let me just go over the ingredients. So you need
You gotta do it soon enough to get the segment in.
hard-boiled egg, but peel the shell off. Okay. Now what you want to do is light that on fire. Leave it long. Take the short guy. Leave it.
Okay.
You want the paper to be about a little less than the height of the bottle. You want to light it. Count to 3. Drop it flame end in, and then we're going to put the egg on top and see if it works.
Don't set my Diet Coke on fire.
Okay. Count to 3. 1,
One,
2, 3.
three.
Woo!
Oops, sorry. Nope. Call for fire alarm's gonna. Let's try
Do it
again.
again, do it again.
Here we go.
Sorry, Roslyn Fire
3 is too
Department.
long. I'm gonna count to 2 this
Do it again,
time.
do it again.
And also burn my finger. Okay.
Yeah, holding it upside down actually increases it, so maybe you only need to count to 1 or 2.
1,
Okay, go.
2, 3.
I'm so sorry I put on hairspray
put it
before
on.
this segment.
Yeah, good. Now watch what happens to the egg.
I'm impressed.
Very nice.
That was great.
Very nice. It worked. First time.
That was awesome.
So it needs to be a hard-boiled egg?
It does need to be hard-boiled, yeah.
Let's try number
you gotta
2.
You gotta take
We
the
got
shell
30
off.
seconds.
You want to try the big bottle?
Can we just do the whole show on this? Just
I know.
lighting
Hasn't
eggs
burned
on
down yet.
fire.
Here we go.
This is my favorite thing to do. You want the big one?
Try the big bottle. Oh, look at the egg. Look at the egg hop and pop.
It's going.
This is going to be
Look
bad.
go. See, this is what's happening in my kitchen. This is what's happening in my kitchen.
Look at his
no,
face.
it'll go eventually. He wants to go in there so much.
I'll give
See,
you
the
one.
that's
vacuum
me
is
trying to get in
sucking
my
in the
jeans.
bottle. This is one of the things about using a plastic bottle. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it.
I'm
Love it.
very impressed.
Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, well, see, it just goes to show you different size bottles, different strengths of bottles. Glass bottle is your best bet because it sucks more on the egg.
It's a beautiful thing, two science geeks together. Well,